It's a very exciting day because today we're doing artichoke. How many of you have felt afraid of an artichoke? Just full of that. I have. When I first started cooking and I didn't know how to, I never bought an artichoke and I was like, yeah, how do you cook that, you know? First time I did it was a restaurant called Per Se. We did a ton of them. It wasn't that easy because you need to do a lot of them, but also you need to do it very perfectly. So it was the technique you need to master, and the first time I did it, it was horrible. Now, I'm not afraid to get one of these and then clean it and show you how to clean it, how it gets done. I want you to feel confident when you go to the supermarket and you see beautiful artichokes. Just get some, clean them yourself, because there is nothing like you cooking them at home from scratch. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Just click that button to receive more of these beautiful videos in your inbox. So the first thing we're going to do is create acidic water. How do you create that? Just by adding any product that is acidic to the water. In this case, I'm using lemon. You can use lime juice, you can use vinegar, you can use citric acid, but for flavor too, I'm going to use only lemon juice. You just need to get it. It doesn't matter if you get the seeds or anything like that. You just need to get enough, because if it's not completely acidic, what is going to happen is our artichoke is going to oxidize. So I think that's pretty good, and it's also for only one artichoke. So we're gonna keep this one in here. I'm gonna show you how to start cleaning this one. Remove the leaves from the bottom to the top. So what we're going to start doing is from here, you hold the artichoke and you just press it down like here, like this. So you need to make sure that when it comes down, it snaps off, so you can then just remove it down. Because if we take all the leaf apart, we're gonna get some of the meat inside, and we don't want that because we expose the area and then it's going to get oxidized. So we want to get the leaf, then push it here, and then you see there it break, and then just pull down. The same with the big ones. We're going to do the same with all of them, and you're gonna see that there is a little bit left of the leaf in there. That's all right, because we're going to remove that with the knife. Okay, so now we remove most of the leaves. This is where the heart of the artichoke lives, right here, this thick part. All of this, and there is also part of the stem that it has meat, and we're going to use it as well. So at this point, if I keep pulling, I'm gonna pull one more, but look, here, that is already meat. So if I keep pulling, what is going to happen is I might get some of the leaves. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grab my knife and then run it through here. Be careful because this is very spiky. From here, you just want to remove this. We're going to use a sharp knife. I am using a Bird's Big knife because it's going to be easier for me and it's rounded. But also you can use a paring knife or one of these knives. But I just feel more comfortable with it, and I recommend you to do it with this or with a paring knife that is about this size. It's like 4 inches. I just leave this because I'm going to cut this at the end. I don't want to expose the center. Here we're going to start around the meat. So I'm holding with my left hand, and then with my right I'm pulling. And you can see here how I'm removing the exterior leaves that we didn't remove the first time when we were pulling it. So just keep doing it. I'm pulling towards the left side and with my right hand to the opposite direction. You can see that the meat starts showing. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do angle of like 45 degrees, and then I'm going to start getting in here. Doing the same motion that I just showed you before. That was Siri, I don't know. So from here, when you start exposing the meat, you're just going to put your artichoke in there, because you just want the acidity to get into the wall so it doesn't get brown. So then we just refine this part here, okay? And after we did this, now we're going to flip it. Now it's upside down because we're going to do this part. So now the same 45 from here to here, not all the way down. So I'm not doing this because if not I will cut the stem. I just want to cut this part, the base. So what I'm going to do is the same, is 45, and then keep turning, so you need to be careful so the knife doesn't slide and cut your finger. And then we'll start seeing the meat here. Again, submerge it, refine this part again, just to get a little bit more of that meat, exposing actually now the heart. I'm just going to remove the bottom of the artichoke, and then I'm going to start inserting my knife. So from here, look, my knife is getting in here, doing this motion, because I'm getting here, and then with my thumb, I'm pressing down, so it helps me to just bring it down. And then here, careful, and then again, you're gonna see green until you see the color of the artichoke. If you don't wanna get all the meat from it, you just wanna, we just wanna get these fibers part of the artichoke. Look, here, this is what we want. And here, you can see it's right in the middle, this circle. So you just need to keep an eye on that. If the stem is too big, you can cut it and then cut the other space, but I just wanna get all the meat from the artichoke. And at the beginning, it's not going to look really nice, and you might get a little bit frustrated, or you might cut the stem, and that's all right. Submerge it in water again. Here you can see that there is still some green, right? So then now I'm using my knife again to just get into it. And now what we're going to do here is just refine the edges. So here, just getting a little bit more in there. And voila. Before I forget, the water. The way we use these artichoke leaves, so they don't go to the garbage, clean them, wash them in water really quick, drain them, and then put them in a little bit of water with maybe a piece of kombu, and you're gonna have a beautiful and delicious broth that then you can use to cook beans, or even to make a soup, or just to make it like the broth or the sauce for the same artichoke that you're cleaning. It's something super easy to make, and it doesn't require any more effort. So now with the spoon, what we're going to do is remove these hairs. So you just need to start, by doing slowly. There are a lot, so just, little at a time. Just be patient. You want to use a spoon that is pointy. Like for example, here I'm getting into the meat. This is the meat, or the root, I would say. This spoon is not really pointy, so let me try this one. And then we just keep doing this until we get so we cannot see any more hairs. Ah, there we go. Now I'm feeling the meat. Look, can you hear this? So this is what we want. Always keep it in your acidic water. You don't want to leave any of these hairs in here, otherwise your artichoke is going to turn black when you cook it. Getting in there, because this is all the hairy stuff. Because this is also part of the hairs that it has. So that's why you do it at the end, so you don't waste a lot of the artichoke. And just to make it look nice and pretty. Looks pretty good, right? We're just finishing it up. Details. And there you have it. Beautiful artichoke, turn. You can cook it whole, or you can just slide the knife down, and then you're gonna have this beautiful halves, or you can cut this still into halves, and then you have these beautiful quarters. And that's it, guys. A step-by-step guide of how you can clean an artichoke, so you are not intimidated anymore when you see whole artichokes in the supermarket. We cut them in 4, and we have this beautiful piece of artichoke. And very simple ways to use it are just make puree of them, cook them, and then grill them. I just love these char flavors in the food. Sofrito with more vegetables, like a turnip barrigle, this French dish. Very simple to make. Just remember to keep them in acid before you're going to cook them so they don't oxidize. And if you can cook them in a little bit of white wine, that would be amazing. That would give more and more flavor to the artichokes as well. If you found this video useful, just give us these thumbs up so I can keep creating more and more exciting content. And let me know down here in the comments where you're struggling when making vegan food or the techniques that you would like me to cover for you. And I'll do it. And if you're still hungry for more of these videos, I'm gonna leave you 2 more videos here and here so you can check them out. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you next time.